O- Okay, so welcome back to the ETF2 Highlander match between Playstuff and the Internet Should Be Illegal, with myself, Colt, and my co-caster, Nutmega.
Hi there. We're looking forward to another map for this match right now. We are on Gully Wash, which is a 5-cap map. It's already started, actually, and we're all frantically fighting away for that first neutral point, which will unlock the next point for whoever gets it and put them a step ahead into capturing the next point, and then we will have a winner for the round, and that will keep going until we finally got a winner by whoever wins the first 5 rounds with a win difference of 5.
That's right, and very important really to start getting a bit of momentum in the matchup on this map. Getting the first win would set Playstuff up really nicely. Again, you're not going to get impartial commentary from me. I want Playstuff all the way. So they take the first middle point, and it's on to Blue's second.
Reloading the scheme so I can see what's going on at the moment. Oh, that's not helpful. The medic's cropped off the edge of my screen. Oh well. So it looks like we have...
at the moment, we've got the blue medic with the Uber advantage. He's on 80%. The red medic's got 20%. Blue are nearly there with their Uber. And they're going to use it defensively or push forward with it. I think it's going to be very telling which one of those options they take to their playstyle.
Exactly. Oh, it looks like it's a crit streak. Sorry, it's not an Uber. That's why they've been able to get it up so much faster. So, and it looks like they're doing the damage here just at that left flank onto the middle point, the main flank that most people use. This is the very tight corner. We've also got the further away bit, which is where the sniper likes to hang out.
And red team with their Uber almost there. They've got a 95%, 100% Uber for red now, and they're going to use this aggressively to take the final point. Here come red, Uber in hand.
They've done very well to get that point without using the Uber, which means that they have it ready for the last point. Blue team doesn't even have a medic at the moment, and he's 10 seconds away from respawning.
And this is going to be a massacre. Here come Playstuff. Spare Uber.
All those sticky bombs. Clears the point, and there's the cap.
Lovely. Really convincing play.
Yeah, there was quite a contest going on for the middle point at the beginning, but it seemed to end up in Playstuff's favour. The blue had the chance to respond with that crit screen before the Uber could get up, but it didn't seem to work out because red managed to hold off that crit screen and bounce right back with an Uber. And as we know, Uber's more powerful than crit screen.
Yeah, that's a really interesting choice that they've gone with the Kritzkrieg. It's great for dealing an awful lot of damage on offensive pushes, but it doesn't keep your medic alive.
I'm just having a look. I think they might have switched up to the regular Uber now. They seem to be charging at roughly the same rate. I can't find my blue medic at the moment. Where is he? Yes,
okay,
it looks like
so
it's on a regular Uber.
Blue have the Uber ready. I believe they've...
No, sorry, that's a crit screen.
They have the Uber, but they have a medic on extremely low health. He's blown his Uber to stay alive. And he is.
But it looks like they managed to do the damage, and quite a lot of the red players' play stuff going down, which means that they'll have to fall back and regroup. Once you've lost this many players, you don't want to try and take that middle play alone, because TF2, game of numbers.
No, really important. The play stuff, regroup, stop blue gaining momentum, make them fight just to move off this middle point. Rather than sitting back and waiting for blue to come to them, they'll keep pushing out. And blue now with the Kritzkrieg charged. No Uber for the red team.
And the Kritzkrieg goes down. Crit Sticky's absolutely devastating. Look at that, 2 kills and 1. He's going to get a couple of other kills because it's just so hard to outrun that splash and all that damage. It's over 300 damage per Crit Sticky.
Really good play by the demo man for the blue team.
The control point is being captured.
And the blue team
and they're taking the point.
And they're going to take that quite convincingly.
Lovely
Zero
play.
did manage to get away, though, which is quite a crucial point, because he managed to get away with 90% of his Uber intact, which means that they will be able to put up a decent defense, even with reduced numbers.
For sure, and blue team's medic is actually dead at the moment, so we've got no support for their heavy classes going in to keep alive, take that point. Looks like Playstuff should be able to hold it. And what's so important now is that plays to push, take that point back.
Oh, absolutely. When you've got the advantage in the numbers, you really have to push out, especially on the last point, because it is just so much trickier to do it when you're facing a full team.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And place to comfortably take the second. And the fight moves to the middle of the map.
I like how they left the heavy behind, actually, on the last point, just to fend off any of those backcappers, those pesky spies and scouts, because that means that, you know, and plus the heavy is the slowest class, so he's going to contribute the least to a quick forward cap.
Yeah, it's good thinking.
It looks like Blue have got the Kritzkrieg, but it looks like Red are just about to get that Uber up as well. And as we know, Uber counts as Kritzkrieg. Oh, Blue switched it up to an Uber. We cannot keep track of this. These guys are going absolutely mad with their choice in loadouts.
No one said this would be easy.
I need to get a picture-in-picture of just the medic, just to keep track of what his loadout is, because it seems to change every single death.
So we've got the red heavy just peppering the blue demo man, who's got the high ground here, trying to cause him some damage, not having much success, and Andy, the demo man with the blue hair,
Well, that's a good
doing
example.
a nice job.
That's a good example of what we call fall-off damage in TF2. You see, the heavy does lots of damage up close, but further away he doesn't actually do that much damage, even though his minigun looks big and scary. Which means that the medic was actually out-healing the damage that the heavy was doing.
And so in come blue with the Uber to the point. And they've killed the red medic. Blue are going to cap this for the game. Really nice play.
It was a nice start from the priest just at the last second, but it wasn't enough. There were too many players there.
And we go into game 2. Game 3, rather. 1-1.
Game 3, 1 apiece. Remember, this is basically just reset the game because you have to get that win difference of 5. Some lovely bouncing going on from the blue soldier onto the red soldier.
Place to take the middle point. Trading kills.
And everybody will be pleased to know that this server has lost connection to the item server. For me, at least.
I think that's just a urine.
Yeah, it usually tends to be a client-side thing, unfortunately. Oh, and Priest with an opportunity to take down the medic with no one in sight. And he's got full Uber. And Uber meets Uber, which is not what either team wants, especially as they pop at the same time. It can be advantageous if you manage to get the Uber to pop slightly later than they manage to pop theirs, because that means that you've got 3 seconds at the end when you just absolutely slaughter them.
Yes. And I think I'm surprised that Blue haven't got someone just covering some of the high ground here. We'll see if that turns out to be important, but at the moment they're holding Playstuff back beyond the point they're defending.
Not only holding them back, but being very aggressive, I would say. On that left flank, especially, using those tight corners as an advantage. It would be good of Playstuff to set up a sentry that covers that position just there. Just
and here comes the Playstuff spy to the control point.
Oh,
and he's capping the ninja cap, but the whole team pushed forward. The sniper comes out and takes him out, but that was a good effort.
Sniper hanging back, realizing the threat there. It does make quite a big noise when you get a back cap, so you do have something that you can react to, and you watch out for it.
And here can Playstuff Demo Man with the medic. Demo Man's going to try and get that height position, get the advantage as quickly as possible. He goes down. The medic escapes with his Uber. Use it. Don't lose it.
Playstuff seem to have confidently taken out the middle here. I don't know what they can do to move forward though, because those chokes are really hurting them. I'd like to see them using the main route as opposed to that little flank route that everybody likes to use, because every single time we come to that position we seem to lock horns Uber to Uber, and it just results in a stalemate and everybody has to fall back or die.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Playstuff with command and control of the midpoint here, but as you say, they really need to break down the defences that blue are throwing at them and push on.
It's an interesting point that there's actually a time limit to 5 cap rounds, which is 30 minutes. If that goes on and no team gets a 5-man advantage and it's a draw, but one team has the middle, that team wins. I doubt that is Playstuff's strategy, though, to hold this point for the next 30 minutes.
And here we have Playstuff capping on the second, blue's second.
Quite convincing.
Trying to keep up with the action here. Really nicely taken. The whole Playstuff team pushed out.
They push forward as fast as they can if they're sensible, because they have such a man advantage. Blue Pyro nicely there to keep the demo up against the glass, unable to shoot down and do some damage with that Uber.
The control point is being captured.
And it looks like blue are going to hold off this push on the final point. They're all on fire, but they're alive, and the red team has just the spy left. He's going to get taken out.
So frustrating at this. All you need is a slight mistake from the blue team, and that red point is captured. But it doesn't seem... Oh!
And here comes the blue heavy. He's been taken out very convincingly. And this is the point where you wish you had a normal sentry gun. The mini sentry, not the ideal defense for a final point push.
Well, the interesting thing about mini sentry setup... Oh, we seem to have a cap going down, so we'll go straight to this. Oh, nicely pushed away. As I was saying, the mini sentry, it's sort of a I can't get up a real sentry loadout in this situation, because obviously the rest of your team wants that safe point to fall back to. But on 5 cap, because it's such a dynamic map, and it keeps going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, it's quite difficult to get a full sentry set up, and quite difficult to choose your spot.
Sorry to interrupt. Here comes the medic with the soldier and the demo man and the heavy on the final point, now pushing. They take down blue's soldier, they take down the scout, they're on the point and they're taking it. That's lovely play by Playstuff.
That's a brilliant way to do it. They didn't actually get the kills, but they got the position, and that's what counts. If you get that point, you've got to win.
Really nice. So what does that make the score, mate?
That makes us 2-1 advantage to Playstuff, but again, I reiterate, they have to get another 4 wins in succession to actually win this straight out.
Yeah, to seal the deal and shut the thing down, but I suppose it's kind of irrelevant, because it's like the game lasts for 30 minutes either way, so it's just whoever's ahead at 30 minutes really is the most likely outcome, isn't it? It's very unlikely that one team will shut out the others by a 5-point victory.
With teams this evenly matched, I would say so.
And here we have our dancers with backstabs again. He's trying to get the sneaky cap, the demo man having none of it, taking the high ground. Dancers will want to fall back if he's not already dead.
The interesting point to make that blue still have their Uber, or Kritzkrieg. Oh god, he keeps switching, doesn't he? And but he's been pushed back by the scout, and he's lost those crucial few seconds of surprise Kritzkrieg for him to get those kills. So
he has, and as Dancers takes down the heavy, the medic finishes Dancers off, but the heavy's down. That gives Playstuff a really strong power to push. The soldier takes some high ground, clears up the pyro, and really we need to see Playstuff jumping up onto the point here, getting some cover up high ground. Down goes the sentry. Playstuff capping with the engineer. The heavy classes seeking to take the high ground to control this point and make sure they don't slip up.
The engineer running back without a defense set up at the moment, so it's going to be a question of whether the 8 players of Playstuff can beat the 5 players of Internet Should Be Illegal, and before they get that sentry up.
This is going to be a hard one to defend for them. It's a quick capping final point.
How quickly can Playstuff push it in? They've got the Uber, the demo man takes out, he's firing stickies left and right, not even bothering to go for the sentry. He knows he just has to take out those players.
And the demo man's laced the point with stickies. Unfortunately, he's down. And a remarkable recovery from blue, who seemed to have deflected.
Well, it seems that their spawn timing just happened to come at just the right moment, as they could just drop down on top of us. Again, even that small little bit of height can be such an advantage. I feel if that spawn disadvantage just lasted 2 seconds longer, we would have had that.
What concerns me now is that blue are settling in for a defence of this final point, and that's not a strategy that you ever want to employ. I mean, I can understand the need to regroup, all of that kind of stuff. But really, they want to push. They've got to push. If they sit back and defend this point, they will lose.
Well, again, play stuff showing a tendency at times to just charge in with all the bodies and just hope that they get someone on that point, which Blue seem to have recognised and hoping that we'll do another blind rush. Perhaps with an Uber, make me keep that Uber locked down. Really, they put the ball in our court to see if we make the mistake.
And if they can weaken those numbers. And here it comes, the Uber. Medic and Demo, soldiers sneaking past to the point.
Sentry goes down immediately. Blue Uber's still up, though.
Not able to commit to that attack, and placed a lovely falling back there, and now pushing back onto the point. Really nice play.
They're taking the under route. They're going to come up round the back.
And the blue medic is taking everyone apart.
Fantastic.
But the Pyro doing a superb job, Wandry, air blasting everyone else on the point. This is my point, and I'm taking it, and placed to win a third.
It's an interesting point that if a Pyro pushes someone up on the air over the point, it doesn't count against. They are not on the point if they are not physically touching with their feet down on the ground. So no, air blasting people into the air, often a good way to get those quick cap times.
A really clever play by. I mean, it can't be stressed how difficult it is to do that with the pressure of the whole team upon you to keep everyone off that point, especially when they can come from behind on that particular point.
Oh, definitely. And with stickies and miniguns in your faces, I mean, it's hard enough staying alive as a Pyro, let alone keeping the control to keep everyone under your control.
And now we do have Playstuff taking the midpoint straight away, pushing on.
I must say, they have done a fantastic job of capping that middle point. So crucial to get that middle point, because it does give you a buffer for which they have to overcome in order to get onto your side of the map.
It does. It takes such long to cap that midpoint as well on Gully Wash that it's just a really important position to come from, to have that under your belt and be ready to assault this fairly difficult to assault second base, second control point. Base. Been playing too much StarCraft 2.
Where do you think this should expand to?
I think that we need a proxy expand up here on this high ground.
Good old heavy medic rush. Oh wait, that's actually a thing. Alright, so it looks like Blue have the Uber advantage, so they're going to push out any second. They're going to use that tight corner again that has caught Playstuff out several times. And here we go, the Uber coming in nice and late.
This could be dangerous.
Oh, wow, look at that bounce on the heavy. Now that may only look like 2 seconds of bouncing, but it's absolutely crucial to disorientate them as much as possible and stop them aiming at you.
Yeah, Wandry causing mischief on that heavy, keeping him air blasted away.
Well, I think it was a combination of Wandry's air blast and Goldenrode's rocket at the same time. A little bit fortunate.
But Blue here, they've got a half-decent position, and Source TV's crashed.
Oh, fantastic. No.
Okay, guys, we're having some technical problems. It appears Source TV has crashed. Has it crashed for everyone? Has the game actually crashed? Okay, we're looking into this, guys. So something's gone wrong with Source TV. We'll be back to you as soon as we. As soon as
it looks like.
Up.
Sorry, it just looks like we've got a tactical pause. Apparently, it was mentioned in the chat.
Oh, okay. A tactical pause. What's one of those?
I'm guessing there's a rule that allows for a timeout if you request it from the other team, just in case any of your players drop or anything like that. I can't imagine what caused it, though, because all the players look like they're still in the game.
I mean, all I can see is a soldier in midair riding a bicycle, a pyro in midair with unlimited flames, and a medic who's attached to a demo man, who's surrounded by midair stickies. So it's quite a static scene.
It's quite beautiful, the little animations when you get to watch them over and over again. I mean, just look at dancers with backstabs happily smoking away there.
Yeah. This stream is sponsored by Marlboro. Product placement. Actually, that reminds me, I must just have a delicious sip of some Coca-Cola to moisten and refresh my voice and give me the energy I need to keep on gaming.
Man, I am drinking Fanta fruit juice because it keeps me hyper.
Oh, they don't pay enough in advertising for me. Coke is it, man. Okay, so we're here. It is possible to request a tactical pause in this game, in this league. That's what happened. Playstuff requested a tactical pause because the priest was lagging out and he's the sniper, so that's no use. They're hoping they've sorted their internet now and we're going straight back into the game. So sorry about the... We're going straight back into the game for... Here we go.
There we go.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Okay, I'm confused now. I thought we'd gone straight back into the game, but it does appear Source TV doesn't agree.
Okay, we're moving. Are we moving? I like the priest's last comment on this, just before this tactical pause commenced, and that is "Foo!"
Yeah, well, at the moment, it's just paused again for me. Yeah. Okay.
It looks like we're having a bit of trouble coming out of the pause. Are we back up with the game now? Are you going to behave yourself, Source TV?
Is being captured.
Okay, so we're all good. We're back on. All the technical problems are solved, and were Val's fault, not ours. No, they were a tactical decision to pause to sort out some ping issues.
Point is being captured.
One of the interesting things about esports, you don't get that in real sports, do you?
Not usually. Although I do remember... we're not going to talk about Paula Radcliffe and her toilet habits. It's not really.
Ew, dude. Honestly, I can't talk to you in 10 minutes without you mentioning Paula Radcliffe and her toilet habits.
Well, you know, something that my wife gets quite annoyed at as well, because I insist she went for a crap rather than just a number one, a number two.
It's nice
anyway,
to treat her with such dignity.
Absolutely. Back to TF2, and we've got a strong defence of the midpoint by the blue team.
Looks like the spy's just camping out there, getting some information with the what's it called? The cloaky thing.
The cloak and dagger.
The cloak and dagger. Thank you very much. Finally found by the pyro, and burnt to a crisp in that way that only pyros can. We have a blue heavy coming in around the corner. It's quite an early Uber, which means that it won't spend a lot of time killing people, and it means that Zero will get the opportunity to push back right into that.
Absolutely, and the Zero has actually played really wisely here. He kept his Uber. He's going to throw it when it's needed now, but oh, he's gone down, dead.
Alert. Our control point is being
I remember a viaduct, lots of Ubers being dropped all over the place. Not, of course, not Zero's for fault, because you know it's a team-wide effort to protect your medic, of course. But the difference in that, his timing, has really improved over these games, and he's been spot on most of the time.
Absolutely, yeah. It's so important. I mean, it's such an advantage to make sure that you have every Uber that's available to you, and basically can dictate your pace through the map.
is being captured.
So blue pushing nicely onto the red second, taking it convincingly, taking the high ground, taking the low ground, and pushing on now to see if they can't fight back a little bit against the 3-1 score. Sniper trying to take out the sentry.
Looks like the blue Uber's going to push in. Red do not have an Uber prepared for this. However, Wonderweed doing a fantastic job catching 3 players all Ubered in that corner, stopping them from doing the damage. Oh, a brilliant Girardi on 2 of the players there. That will make that heavy go down so much faster.
And Sarah's down. We've only got the heavy on the point. Dances with backstabs, crucially.
Might be a blue cap there. Oh no, the engineer comes in as the last ditch offense. The demo man is still behind there, throwing up stickies, whatever he can.
He needs to get on that point, and he does just in time. Krasko's there now.
And
It's
it looks
very
like
close.
only the sniper is alive with in the red health, so it doesn't look like he's going to advance forward and try and take that point, which means that that is a just barely held red defense. Fantastic work from the Play Stuff team there.
Absolutely, and time for them to get on that next point. They can, of course, reverse the cap by standing on the point, but it's sometimes quicker to just go and take the next one. Don't want to overreach, though.
It's quite an interesting point in the match here, because Blue, of course, want to keep on going, but, I mean, they must have felt robbed then, because they so nearly had that point, and that's going to be really sapping for your energy.
Yeah, that's got to demoralise you. That was in the bag for them. They would have thought. You would have thought.
Oh, yeah, I did thought.
We all thought that was in the bag, but PlayStation have miraculously held it off. The demo man, the scout, and the spy, and here we have our scout. He's capping the second. If he does this, he reverses all the progress that Blue have made on the final point,
Looks
and
like
we
he
go
will
back
get
into the game.
Last second.
Lovely.
Now that gives PlayStuff an opportunity to push out with all their classes, because of course that last point is now locked. It cannot be capped until this point is capped before it.
Yep. PlayStuff will want to get back in the action now and bring the offensive to the blue team. And the blue team's medic on a renegade mission.
Yeah, I
taking
saw
out the
that.
soldier.
Interesting. He thought he must have had an escape route through that little trapdoor, but it doesn't seem to work. And the medic decided to, oh well, I'll get out of here another way. It's bonk the soldier in the head.
Really good play.
PlayStuff looking a little weak here as the Blue come in with a nearly completed Uber.
And it does feel the Blue have got themselves together as a team, that maybe they'd been a bit flustered by the first map. They seem more organised. Their snipers hanging back nicely, picking off important classes.
Yeah, and definitely pushing in with a lot of aggression.
They're sitting on an Uber.
Here we
And
go.
there goes the Uber for the final point.
Stickies. I think that little lip just behind the point proving to be quite effective as a defensing point, because it does just block sight just enough to make it quite difficult for them to aim and hit you. But however, it looks like it's going to be a tussle. Lots of melee going down. The Pyro using his flamethrower. I don't know who's going to win this.
Lots of explosions, lots of rockets, and
Golden
a
Rod
hold by PlayStuff.
Fantastic stuff. That soldier just respawning Goldenrod just at the right time, spamming those rockets onto the ground. Nobody's going to escape that damage. Oh, the spy's there.
And this is a spy cap. Oh, what a lovely bit of play by Blue there. Really clever. Missed by PlayStuff. Just good play. Good play.
It was one of our standard tactics was to keep a heavy back on that one point, just to prevent that sort of thing. But of course, it's very difficult on this map because you're not looking at a sort of 90-degree angle of possibilities of people coming in. They can come from in front of you or behind. And that spy, well, he came from behind, and he came from behind, and then absolutely slaughtered him.
Really good play. And Blue, with the momentum still, heavy soldier on the midpoint, taking out the scout, taking the midpoint. The momentum going with the internet should be illegal at the minute. They're doing a sterling job.
Oh, absolutely, and if they get this round, it'll be 3-3 apiece.
PlayStuff using their Uber.
I just realised that the Priest has actually been dropped from the team because of his lag issues. It looks like Sloth has stepped in to replace him.
Okay, that's interesting. I've only just realised that myself actually, but yep, it does appear Sloth, the reserve, has had to step in for the Priest.
An excellent sniper in his own right as well.
Certainly.
And I think that's something that's quite telling of our community is that we have, 6 guys all waiting in the chat who want to play for this team, all backing their team, and not just for the opportunity to play, of course, but that's one of the joys of getting opportunities like that.
For sure. And here come Blue. They're playing a really competent game. The medic keeping with some damage-dealing classes at all times, keeping protected. The play stuff are on the second to last point now. They're capping.
What did I miss? They were on point 2. They're now on point 4 at the moment.
Yeah.
And they just seem to a lightning pace going forward.
Play stuff have found their mojo, maybe.
Bound chicka wow wow. I'm not sure if that's relevant.
So here we have it, the fight for the final point. The Uber demo medic on the point. They're going to get taken down very quickly, but the support class Pyro coming in.
Control point is being contested.
It's 5 red support classes against 3 blue heavy classes. I'm not sure who's going to win this.
I think blue are going to be able to easily hold off this first wave. But the reinforcing reds coming in, if they all kind of just compose themselves, just make sure they're ready to go in before they go in, and push with force. Clungineer wants to hold back a bit here. He's on his own. He's got his medic now.
Throwing down the GG. It must be nearly time up now.
It must be getting close. My hood is preventing me now. 1 minute 50. Okay, so he's just resigning himself.
I mean, that's a bit of an odd decision to take, actually, because they could certainly, within 2 minutes, clap 3 points. There's still a chance in that.
They could win this. They could get this back in the time available for sure. It's a surprising thing to see them saying GG.
Our control point is being captured.
I think maybe they're beaten mentally.
But PlayStuff just now having to play out the time with the round advantage they have, and that will see out their win.
And we're going over to Uber on the final point. Heavy down,
Our control point.
medic down, and it does look like PlayStuff are going to cap this for a 4-2 lead and a final game. That's the end of this Highlander match, and a convincing win to the PlayStuff team. They made us proud.
Have we actually run out of time now?
I would hope so, since there's only 5 players left on Internet Should Be Illegal.
Well, I'm not sure the answers of resignation, but certainly there was hope was lost.
Yeah, no, it's game over, I think. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's 25 seconds left of the map. They've chosen to leave because there's no chance of them getting 2 games out of play stuff in the time. Game over. A well-mannered GG. And thanks for joining us, everyone. I really appreciate you watching the match in chat. I hope the community can feel more part of what's going on with the Highlander team, and generally we're going to start covering more and more games of not just TF2 but Heroes of Newerth, StarCraft 2, all sorts of things, just to promote esports in the community and promote the kind of inclusion that people feel when they can actually watch it happening and chat about it while it's happening. So we think it's a great thing, Twitch TV, and we hope you enjoyed it.
All right, thank you very much.
So yeah, my casting partner.
Likewise to you, Colt. Doing a good job as always.
We're getting used to working with each other or casting. I mean, like, we've never casted before. We don't claim to be casters, but we do love the game. We do love the community, and so hopefully that comes across in the stream. We will get better and better as you guys give us feedback. So join up on the forum, tell us what you think, and a big congrats to the team as well. That's their 4th victory. That gives them 4 for 0 as they're in the league.
Well, yes, and now they're actually they're through to the next round, which I believe is a knockout stage. Which well, that's going to be all the more tense, isn't it? Because they could go at any moment. That's
going to be really tense. So they'll be guaranteed to meet good teams who've all beaten their competition in their particular group. So looking forward to that a lot. And special thanks to Jimbo McBee, who's in charge of all the technical side of the stream, and has made this all possible for us tonight. So yeah, cheers to you, Jim.
Cheers, Jim.
And
Yay.
Good night from us.
Good night.